it's Rose. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me. You guys, what do we think of the new intro? Did you like it? I was feeling like it needed a little bit of refreshing, so I redid it and I hope you guys enjoy it. But anyways, today we are going to be doing a very requested video, and that is a speed build of my shopping district on my island. Decided to make it super convenient and put my shops right behind my plaza. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the speed build. Okay, so I'm starting off this speed build by terraforming a huge second level right behind my plaza. And you guys, this build actually took me a pretty long time to complete. I feel like sometimes I'm very inspired to decorate and build an Animal Crossing, and then other times not so much. So you'll see, I think the seasons change like 3 or 4 times during this build. But I finally got it done and I'm so excited with how it turned out. So while I'm building my second level, you'll see me put down some in-game flooring, and that's just so that I can mark out where I want my buildings to go, so I can kind of start to decorate around that spot first. And I found that that saves me a lot of bells from moving buildings a bunch of times. If you mark out where you want the building to go and then kind of terraform and decorate around it a little bit, then you kind of know for sure that's where you want the building, and then you don't have to spend 50,000 bells several times to move stuff around again and again. But this spot that I'm working on is my Able Sisters, and then to the left I decided I'm going to put my Nook's Cranny. So I started out with a pretty good sized second level, and then I'm just kind of building it up around based on where I think I want my buildings to go. And I'm just carving out kind of an area where I could put some decorations and trees behind my plaza. I really want to add a lot of depth back here, so I'm going to add some trees to kind of hide a little bit more of the terraformed cliff behind it. And behind both of my buildings, I've built a cliff to kind of enclose them both in, and I plan on putting some trees and decorations up above them. And here I'm leaving a spot for a staircase in the back so you can easily access the museum in the back part of my island as well. That was really important to me when planning the pathways between my island. I really wanted it to be easily accessible. Now, initially to the right side of this area, I thought I wanted to have some cliffs to break up all of the ground, but you'll see later on in the video, I took that down and kind of made a pathway with trees around it. And you guys, it took me so long to get this waterfall and pond to the way I liked it. I feel like it was such a small space and I was having a really hard time making a pond that looked really natural and not just like a circle. So you'll see me redo that pond area a couple different times. But I mean, that's part of the fun of the game, is you try something and then you may not like it, and it's easily you can try something else. So here I'm trying to add a piece of land in the middle of the pond, but I decided I didn't really like how it was looking, so I ended up taking down that cliff to the front and the waterfall that connects to it as well. I really wanted to have a little pond in front of my Able sisters so that I could put like a little washing bin to make it look like they washed all of the fabrics they used. And you'll see here we're in a totally different season. I have times of feeling like stuck creatively, so I just take a break and build something else and then come back to that area once I feel excited to build it again. Now I'm moving my shop, which is really exciting because both of my shops have been on my beach for several months now. This is one of the last really big areas on my island that I'm doing. I knew it was going to be a really big area to complete, so I kind of put it off for a little while. I ended up building a third level to the right of the Able sisters so that I could put a really pretty waterfall area up there. I wanted a waterfall that curved around a tree on the top, and I just thought that would look really nice and a lot more natural than whatever weird pond thing I was doing in the beginning of the video. And I was trying to put another cliff on top, but then I realized that it was too high up to put a waterfall, so I ended up breaking that down a little bit later and just making it kind of like a backwards C-shape waterfall. And then I connected the two waterfalls on the second level to make a really nice natural looking pond. kind of finalizing where I want the paths to my shops to go. When I'm starting a new area, I kind of just lay down path in whatever direction I want the pathways to go. And then as I continue the build, especially for really large areas, I kind of adjust the path as I go to kind of break it up a little bit more and just give some variety. I really like alternating the path with some wood planks and some weeds just because I think it makes it look a little bit more interesting. Right now, I'm also working on adding some trees to that top level cliff. I really wanted these shops to look like they were kind of sunken into the cliff, so I think adding the trees really gives nice dimension to the area. I kind of just alternated between some hardwood and some pine trees. And I decided to put a wheelbarrow in front of my Able Sisters. I just think it looks really pretty and inviting, and it's the perfect size object to have in front of the shop. I also, by the little pond, I put a clothing line and a little washing basket so it could look like they're washing all the fabrics that they use in the shop. And right now I'm going back and adding in some weeds and bushes near the trees to just add a little bit more depth and some more greenery. Right now behind my shops, I am building out a little bit of extra cliff so that I can add some trees. I find that whenever I'm building up on the second and third levels, if I build out some extra space on the lower cliffs and add trees, it gives really nice variety and depth to whatever you're building, and I think it looks a lot more natural that way, so you're not seeing a bunch of jagged cliffs. In front of my able sisters, I am adding a little spot to put a sewing machine. I was trying to fit this behind this area in the pond and it just was too small of a space, so I added a cushion and a rattan basket instead. And then in the front of the pond, I ended up placing the sewing machine and a little pillow. And in this part of the build, I am going back up and adding some fencing and flowers and some plants to the top of the cliff. I'm actually thinking about doing a video showing how I decorate cliffs, because sometimes it can be tricky to know what to put on top of cliffs to decorate. My able sisters was pretty fully decorated, so I started working on decorating the front of my Nook's cranny. Right now I'm just kind of playing around with different options for the pathing, and then I added in some more trees. I thought it looked a little bit too open, and I really wanted to separate the plaza area from my shopping district, so I made sure to add a good bit of trees in between to make sure it looked kind of hidden and tucked away. This spot was pretty open, so I decided to add a waterfall feature, And I envisioned adding a picnic area right next to that waterfall just so that Timmy and Tommy could have a nice spot to take a break and eat their lunch. To the left, I added a jail bar with a tree in front of it. I love doing that because I feel like they layer so nicely together. And then I just alternated some dirt pathing to create a little farming area. I really wanted like a little tools and gardening area for them because I feel like they have so many plants that they sell in their shop. It would look very realistic to have like a little area where they grew everything to sell in the store. And here I'm finishing off the log table picnic area with some cushions and a bench. I really liked switching it up, adding a log bench to one side and then stacking a Zen cushion and a regular cushion on the other side. I thought that looked really nice. On the cliffs, I'm also adding some tools and like tire stacks just to make it look like that's where they store stuff. I just wanted to kind of stick with the like building and tools theme for decorations above so that when you looked at Nook's Cranny, it gave it really nice dimension. And then here I'm just filling in a little bit more of the picnic area. And I am so excited with how this build turned out, so I'm going to give you a quick tour of everything. Okay, you guys, that is the completed speed build of our shopping district. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like and leave a comment down below. The engagement does a ton to help support the channel grow, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys!